Dear learners, welcome to this session on the practical demonstration of how the websites can be designed. We will be using Google Sites for designing the website, and as we go forward, you will find that it's very easy, and we don't need any kind of technical expertise for designing these websites. Also, I have mentioned earlier that we need to do some sort of pre-design work where we have to create a kind of blueprint for our website. Also, I have mentioned that we should gather the information that has to be displayed on the web page. Okay, and then this information has to be classified according to the pages where this information will be displayed. So, as mentioned, I have also done this pre-design work. I have designed a layout for the home page, how and where the objects will be placed. Secondly, I have collected all the information that will be displayed on various web pages, and then I have classified. The next important thing that we have to do in this pre-design work is to decide the flow, that is the site map, how the web pages will be linked with each other. So, this pre-design work has been done. I will first show you what kind of pre-design work I have done for designing this website. Now, the website that I am going to design is the website for the National Resource Center of our university. As I have mentioned that it is part of this HRDC of our university, some of the information I will be taking from the existing university web portal. I have already taken it and I have collected that particular information. So, let us see what kind of pre-design work I have performed for this website. So, now as I have mentioned that we have to create a blueprint of our website. So, I have created the blueprint, the layout of how the slides would be. Let us see that layout. So, here I have stored that layout as a PowerPoint file. Here you can you can see on your screen a layout of the home page of our website. You may have visited several websites and you may have noticed that the home page of any website is the most important component in any of the web design. The first impression of anything must be the best one. So, it is recommended that you should spend more time in designing the layout of your home page. So, here I have designed the home page. Consider one thing when designing any of the web page is that you should keep enough blank space on any of the web page. Keeping lots of information is not recommended, otherwise the users would spend more time in searching the information. So, in this layout I have covered most of the important components that would be displayed on our website. And one more important thing is that when we have created a blueprint, you should follow the design of this blueprint. So, you will see that when designing this web page, I will be switching through this layout frequently. Next, now as I have mentioned that we must design the flow of the web page in advanced. So, I have created a sitemap where I have shown which pages are inserted under which page. Okay. So, that is a kind of flow where the visitor is expected to visit my web portal. Secondly, we will now see how the information can be gathered. I have stored all the information that will be displayed on the web page in a Word document, NRC website information. Let us see what this web information consists of. Okay. So, this is the information for NRC website where I have stored the entire material that I will be uploading on my web page. There are now two ways from where I can gather the information. So naturally I have to create my own information for most of the items. So whatever the information has to be created, I have listed it, I have written it down inside this Word document. So I will simply be copying the contents from this Word document onto the appropriate objects on my web page. Secondly, there might be some information that I may be taking from some other sources, like maybe from some another website or somewhere else. So what simply I have to do is I have to switch between those windows and get the material from that window onto my web page. So this is where I have stored the entire information to be displayed on various web pages on my website. Okay, so this was the pre-design work that I have actually carried out. Now we will move towards the actual website design. As I have mentioned that we will be using the Google Sites for web design. So the best way to go to the Google Sites portal is search through Google itself. So I am typing here Google Sites and I will be shown with the result. So the very first, the topmost result, that is sites.google.com. I am clicking on this link. So here naturally the Google will prompt you to log in. One beauty with the Google tools is that you can use a single ID for accessing all of the Google tools. So probably all of you must have created your own Gmail ID. Okay, so the same Gmail ID can be used for accessing almost all the Google tools, including the Google Sites. So I am having my own Google ID, Suhas @sgbu.ac.in. I am using the same ID for accessing the Google site. So here I will be mentioning my user ID and password, the login credentials. Okay, so this is the home page or the landing page of the Google Sites. If you see at the left hand side, or here it is shown that there are no websites that are presently created, because this is the very first Google site that I am designing. At the left hand side you will see a button called as create, then my sites in sgbu.ac.in. So these sites at present there are no sites created, then delete sites, browse sites and other options. So what I have to do is I have to create a new site. When I am clicking on this create button, I am shown with two options. Do I wish to create the site in classic way or in a new and modern way? So naturally I will be preferring to create the site in new sites. Okay, so this is the home page that I will be designing for my new website. At the left side on the topmost corner you will find the name of the site as untitled site. Naturally every site must have its own name, and usually the same name is used as a part of the URL, that is the address of your site. So what I am doing here is that I am mentioning the name NRC SGBAU, that is the National Resource Center, Sant Gadge Baba Amravati University. The name of the site must be meaningful. So now it will be identified with this particular name NRC SGBAU. Now if you see here just below this one, there is a image, and on that image there is a page title that is displayed. We will look towards the right hand side menu. There are many things that are displayed on the right side. They are classified as insert, then pages and themes. There are so many objects that can be inserted, like text box, images. We can embed certain things and we can get the documents from the Google Drive itself. These are the layouts of how the objects can be placed on the page, web page, any of the web page. Then just below that there are several other objects that can be placed, like table of contents, image carousel, then button, divider, videos from YouTube, and lot many other kind of things. Then we can see the another option, and that is pages. Under pages you will be shown with all the pages that you have created. Right now, since I haven't created multiple pages, it is showing me only the home page, which is still under construction, and the rightmost menu is the theme. This is where I have to choose how my home page will look like. Okay, as I have mentioned earlier that the home page is most important part of your website, so we must choose this theme very appropriately. Now, since the Google sites are basically for the beginners only, there are not many themes that are available, but then whatever the themes are available, they are also the good and decent one. So here there are several things that are listed. I will be choosing the color scheme. Every layout or theme follows a particular color scheme. I am choosing this particular color. Then just below this it is showing me the different kinds of fonts and how these fonts will be displayed or how the objects will be placed on the web page. So, Aristotle, then Diplomat, then Vision, then Level. So, we will just click on each of these theme and we will see, we will observe what happens on the left hand side on my home page. So, I am clicking on Aristotle. So, see, this is how the home page has changed. Then I am clicking on Diplomat. See, this is how the web page will be displayed if I am using this theme. Then I have chosen Vision. So, this is how the web page will be displayed. Now, consider one important thing here is that whatever the images are shown, these are not the images that should be compulsory selected. There is a option, you can see here, there is a option to change the image. Okay. So, then there are some other options like level and impression. So, what I am going to do here is that I will be using this particular theme Diplomat for displaying my home page. Okay, now we will come towards the main part of this designing. Here at the left hand side, if you see, it is mentioned NRC SGBU. So, this name will always appear on your home page. So, here I will be writing the name National Resource Center. Okay. Then there is a page title. So, before that what I want to do here is that I just do not want any image in the background of the header, because I am going to show only the name of my National Resource Center and the university along with the logo. So, I do not want any background image. So, either I can change the image if at all I am willing to have some image in the background, or here as I have mentioned that I do not need any kind of image, I will be selecting the header type. See, if I am clicking here, there are several options that are available. Let us see how these options actually work. So, when I click on cover, this is how the page will change, then the large banner, then simply a banner, and as I have mentioned that I do not need any kind of image. So, I will be clicking it on title only. Okay. Now, on this title, for this title I am clicking on, I am typing the name of my organization, National Resource Center, then Sant Gadge Baba Amravati University. Now, if you look at this, you will find that I have properly mentioned it. Here the second name, that is the name of my university, I want to change the font size. So here if you look at the topmost side, there is a drop down menu. So either I can choose it as a title or heading or subheading. See, what I have done here is that I have selected the option heading. So earlier it was like this, now I have selected it as heading. So this is how my title will be shown. The color that I have chosen earlier was this one. So the color also has changed. So now I want to add the logo towards the left hand side of the title of our National Research Center. This can be done by inserting the image. So towards the left hand side, under that insert menu, there is a option images. So when I am clicking on this option, you will find it is asking you whether you want to upload the image, that is whether the image is stored on your local drive and you want to upload from there, or you want to select from the internet. Let us see what is shown under that select. So when I click on select, if I do have the address of the image, I can paste that address here, or I can search the image over the Google. It will show you the results and then you can choose any of that image. You can choose the image from your albums that are created on Google Drive, and I can choose any image from my Google Drive folders. Right now, as I have mentioned earlier, that I have stored almost all resources and information that will be needed for uploading on web page in a folder on my pen drive. So I will be uploading the image from that folder. This is the folder, and here the logo is stored as sgbau logo.png. So open it. Whenever you insert some object, it is always inserted in the next section below the last section. Now as I have mentioned earlier that I want this logo to be placed just near the title of my web page. So what I have to do is I have to click it and drag. So see, the logo has now changed its location. But then if you observe it carefully, the size of the logo is much bigger than the title. So what I have to do is I have to reduce the size. So click on the image, you will see some number of points. If I am moving the cursor on this point, the cursor is changing. So it lets you to change the size. What I want to do is I have to change the size. So I am clicking here and I am moving the mouse. So this is how I have changed it. Now I want to move the logo towards the right hand side. So I have clicked on it and I have now dragged it. So here I can see that the logo has appeared near the title. It is always a good practice to see how exactly the web page has been designed so far. So whenever I place new objects or whenever I make any change in my web page, I should see how the web page looks like, and this option is given under this preview menu. So if you look at the toolbar, there is an option called as preview here. So click on that preview button. Here I will be shown with how the web page will look like. Now this web page is not looking very nice. When the contents will be added to the web page will be looking very nice. So just keep on adding the information on your web page. So just below this title, I want a divider. So under this insert menu, there is a option called as divider. So you can see that a divider has appeared here. Now let us see what objects have been placed below the title. Just remember, I have created a layout and I will be referring to the layout during my entire web design process. So just go back to the layout. Okay, so this is the part that I have covered so far. The title, just below title there are photos, and right to that are objectives and disciplines. So what I have to do is I have to add the photos of our HRDC. Photos means multiple photos that can be scrolled, and that can be done by inserting here the image carousel. So click here, it will ask me to select the images. Now naturally, since I want to scroll through the images, I will need minimum 2 or more than 2 images. So clicking on add image, again it will ask me whether I want to upload the images from my drive or from internet. So I do have got my own images here. So here the image Gadge Baba commandments, then Gadge Baba statue, the HRDC building and SGBAU gate. I want these 4 images to be displayed. So I have selected all the 4 images and I will say open. So the images are being uploaded now. Fine. Now if you look here, the images are shown with a particular sequence. If you want to change the sequence, the same thing that you have to do here is that, let's say I want the Gadge Baba statue to be displayed in the second place. So I will click that image and drag it to the appropriate place where I want the image to be displayed. So here the Gadge Baba statue image is at the second place. The third image that I want to display is the commandment. So again I will click on this file and I will move it to the third place. Now these are the 4 images that I have selected. Now click on insert. Okay. So this is where the images have been inserted. Now let us see what is the next object to be placed. The next object is the objectives followed by the discipline towards the right hand side of these images. Since it is a textual information, the next thing that I have to do is insert a text box. So I am clicking on that text box. As usual, the new object will appear in the new section. I don't want this text box to be placed here. So click on that text box and move to the place where you want. So you can see that the text box has now moved toward the right hand side of the images. The objectives I don't have to type, as I have mentioned that the almost entire information I have kept ready in that Word document. So this is that Word document. I am clicking on the Word document. So here I have stored the web objectives. I have selected all objectives. I will click on copy and then I will go back to my site. Here I will simply paste it. Although it is not mandatory, it is better, it will save your time and it will help you reducing your mistakes. So earlier it was simply displayed as this one, a normal text. Now what simply I have done here, I have selected the objectives and I have displayed it as a heading. So it will be displayed in a different manner with a different color. So these are the objectives. Now just below the objectives we want to insert the discipline of our NRC. Again it is a text. So again I will be adding the text box. As usual it has been displayed in the next section. So click on that and move to the appropriate place where you want. I want it here. So leave it. Drag to the place and leave it. Now see it has appeared here. I want it to be written. So my contents are available here. So I am selecting that line discipline skill development, copy it and go back to my site, paste. So discipline skill development. Again this is not a normal text. I want it to be displayed like a heading. So you will find that now the images have appeared towards the left hand side and the objectives and discipline have been appeared on the right hand side as I have decided in my layout. But then if you see the images, that is the photos, are of smaller size than the text box. So what I have to do is I have to increase the size. So just click on these photos and move it, drag it so that it is of the same size. Now you can see that it is of the same size. Just below this section I will need one more divider. So the divider has appeared. Again I would recommend you to see or preview whenever you add some new objects or whenever you make any change to your web page. So that is available here in this preview button. See, now you will be able to see that the title is there. Just below the title there are some photos and that can be scrolled. If you move your cursor on this photo, you will find that there are two buttons, the left and right. When I am clicking on right, the next image will appear, next image, next image, next image. So I have chosen 4 images. So all the 4 images will be displayed as next and previous images. The objectives have been displayed and the discipline is also displayed. So go back to our design view of the page. Now let us see which object is placed below the photos in my layout. Okay, so here the news and announcements have to be displayed. So news and announcements, since they are the textual information, what I have to do here is I have to again add a text box. So as usual I will go back to this right side menu and I will find the text box or something like that, or simply what I have to do is I have to double click. See, when I double click, I am shown with some number of options, like whether I want to insert the text, whether I want to insert the images, I want to upload something, or I want to embed something. What I have to do is I have to insert the text box. So I have clicked on text, so a text box has appeared. What I have to do here, I have to write the news and announcements. My information is ready in my Word document. So here the news and announcement information is there. So it is here. I am selecting copy, then I will be pasting the information. Again, the news and announcement, I want it to be displayed as a heading. So I have changed its type as heading. If you see in my layout now, here just at the right hand side of the news and announcement, there is a link for registering to ARPIT 2019 course. So what I have to do here again is that I have to reduce the size of this text box. So click on the text box, you will find this point, click to that point and drag your mouse. So this is how it has changed. Now what I have to do is I have to insert a new text box. So again I will click on the text box. As usual the text box has appeared to the next section. I will drag it to this place where I want it. Now what I have to display here? I have to display the information about ARPIT 2019. Okay. Since this is a heading, I will change its type from normal text to heading. Right. Now I have to display the name of the course that is offered under this ARPIT 2019. Again I will have to insert the text box. I will move this text box to the appropriate place. Here I am typing the name of that course, skills for new educational architecture. Okay. Now this name should be displayed in a bold manner. So I am selecting it as a bold. I am creating it as a sub heading. Okay. One more thing that I wish to do here is that I wish to give a link for the learners to register to this particular course. And when I say that it is a link, it will be shown better if I am using a button. So here at the right hand side under that insert menu, you will find that there is a button. So when I am clicking on the button, a button will appear, but then I have to mention the name, the title that will be shown on that particular button. So this button is for registering purpose. So register I can say register, or I can say join, or I can say apply, anything. Okay. Now, next thing, when I say that I want to register to that particular course, which course I want to register? I want to register to the Arpit course that is offered by our NRC. So, what I will do, I will go to that Swayam portal, swayam.gov.in. In this portal, there are Arpit courses. I have clicked on Arpit courses. I want to search for our course. The name of our course is Skills for New Educational Architecture. So, that is listed at the bottom according to the alphabetical arrangements. So, this is where the course information is present. There are two ways to copy the URL of this course. Either I will right click on this course name. So, here there is a option copy link location. This is one way, or what I can do is I just have to open that web page, and when I open here, just go to the address bar. It is shown with some URL. You select that URL, right click and say copy. So, this is how I have selected or copied the URL of the course. Now, I have to just copy that link or paste it here. So, I have mentioned the name of the button and I have mentioned the link that this button will redirect me to. Again, the button has appeared in the next section. What I have to do is I have to move it to the appropriate place as per my layout. So, now this is where my layout has been completed, that up to that particular part. Again, as I have mentioned, we will have a preview how these objects are looking on my web page. So, the title, then the objectives and photos, and the newly placed objects, the news and announcements, the Arpit 2019, the name of the course, and that last button for register. Now, if you move the cursor on that button, you will find that the arrow, the cursor has changed. If I click on that button, it shows that I am being redirected, and see the web page containing the information of our course and containing the link to join has been displayed. Okay. So, I am closing that window, closing the preview. So, so far whatever I have created has been neatly displayed. Now, let us see what are the next objects that have to be placed. The next objects to be placed here are the photographs of our Honorable Vice Chancellor, the Director of HRDC and the Coordinator. So, here what I have to do is I have to insert 3 photographs along with the text just below the photographs. So, there are some layouts that are readily available. If you look at the insert menu on the right hand side, there are layouts. This first layout consists of one image on the left and a text box on the right, 2 images and some text box below these 2 images, and lot many. So, here there is one layout where there are 3 objects or images, and just below these images there are 3 text boxes. So, I am interested in this one, so I have selected this option. So, you will find that now there are 3 images that I can insert. So, at the left hand side there is a plus button. When I click here, I am shown with some number of options, whether I want to upload the image from the folder on my local drive, or whether I want to select the image from the internet, whether I want to select it from the Google Drive, or am I interested in giving the YouTube link for a video, or maybe inserting a calendar or a map. Right now, I want to insert the image, that is the photograph of our Honorable Vice Chancellor. So, I am clicking on upload button. Here, I have stored the photo with this name. I will say open. So, this is the photograph. Just below the photograph, I will type his name, Dr. Murlidhar Sandekar. Just below that, I will be typing his designation, Vice Chancellor. Now, this name, the designation Vice Chancellor, I want to display as a subheading. So, it will be displayed in bold. Next, I want to display the photo of the director of our HRDC, Dr. Prasad Wadegaonkar. So, his image is present here. I will select it. Okay. So, image has appeared. I will type his name, Dr. Prasad Wadegaonkar. His designation, director, again this designation should be displayed as a subheading, and then the photograph of the coordinator, his name, and again the designation has to be displayed with subheading. Okay. So, just below this I want to add a divider again. So, when I am clicking, a divider has appeared. Just go to that preview and see how your website is looking. So, the title, the objectives and images, news and announcements, and the photographs. Now, if you see here, since I have chosen the standard layout from the template, so the images are displayed like this. If you want smaller images or maybe the larger images, as we have seen, you just have to click the image and you have to drag it. So, you can increase or reduce the size of any object, whether it is image or video or text or anything. Okay. So, now let us find what is the next object that is to be displayed on our home page. So, go to our layout. So, below these photographs we have shown the address and the Google map of our HRDC. So, go back to our site design. Here, since I have to add the address is of course the textual address. So, this time I am double clicking. So, again I will be shown with these options. I want to insert the text box. So, I have clicked here. The address, of course, I have typed in my Word document, I do not have to type it. So, address for communication, I will be copying it from here and I will be pasting it. So, I have pasted the address. So, again this address for communication is a title heading. So, it is displayed as a heading, then this part I want to be shown as a subheading. So, it will be displayed in bold. Now, the address for communication will be associated with the map at the right hand side. So, what I have to do is I have to reduce the size of this text box. So, again go to this particular point, click the mouse button and drag it. So, you can see that the size of the text box has been reduced. Now, the next thing that I have to do here is I have to insert the map of our university. If you can see at the right hand side, there is a option for inserting a map. So, click on the map. Okay. It will ask you which location you want to add. So, I am typing HRDC Sant Gadge Baba Amravati University. So, you can find that there is already some pin which has been inserted and that is for HRDC guest house. So, I am using the same link here, or you can drop a new place mark if that place is not available. So, you can create a new place mark and you can add it. I do have a place, so I am selecting that default one. Now, again the map is inserted in the next section, but I want it to be at the right hand side of the address. So, click on that map and drag it to the location that you are interested in. So, I have moved it. Okay. Now, go back to preview and just check whether it is really displaying the map or not. Yes, see, address for communication is shown and towards right hand side the map is displayed. I can scroll, see when I am clicking here I will be able to see the map. Okay. I can actually work with this. If I want to view the larger map, there is a button view larger map and I will be redirected to Google Maps where I can see the entire map. Okay. So the map has been successfully inserted into my web page. So again go to our design view. Now let us see what is remaining from the layout of my home page. So up to this part everything has been completed. Okay. The last point that is to remaining is the disclaimer. As I have mentioned that we are creating this website for a training purpose only. We are just learning how to design the websites using Google Sites. And what I have done, I have selected our National Resource Center for creating the website. So that's why I just want to put a disclaimer notification that this website is designed purely for training purpose and it is not at all associated or connected with any official part of our university or its subsections. So I am just putting that notification. So that disclaimer, what I will do, there is a option for adding the footer, okay, at the bottom. So when I click here, another text box has appeared and the footer line again I have typed already. So this disclaimer notification I will select, copy and right click and paste. Now as I have mentioned, what I am doing frequently is that I am switching the window to that Word file where I have typed or inserted the information. I am copying from there and again switching back to the design view and pasting it there. Now is it mandatory? Of course it's not mandatory, but as I have mentioned you earlier that it makes your task very easy. Otherwise what I would be doing, I would be inserting the text box and I would be continuously typing it. There are many chances that I may make errors and mistakes during this time. So it is a good practice to prepare your content well in advance and get it checked and then only you put it on your website. It reduces your time and reduces your mistakes also. So let us now see how my home page looks. So go to preview. This is how the home page will look. The title, the objectives and images, the discipline, news and announcements, the photographs, then the address, the map and the disclaimer notification. Now when we preview, by default Google shows you how the web page will look on larger screens like your desktop computers or maybe the laptops. But then it is not mandatory that I will be viewing the website only on large screens. So I may view it on smaller screens like tab or maybe mobile phones. So how would my web page look on those smaller screens? So there is an option. If you look here, the first option here is for larger screen. Here it is for smaller screens like tablet and here it is for smaller screens like mobile phones. So let us see how my web page will look on the smaller screens like tablet. So this is the title, then the photographs that can be scrolled, okay, then the objectives, disciplines, one by one the entire information is shown. Then what I can do, I can again see how it is looking like on the mobile phone. So I am clicking on this phone button. See, this is the title, then the photographs, again the photos can be scrolled here, the objectives and the entire information. Now why is it mandatory? See, it may happen that whatever the objects I have placed on my web page, these objects may be displayed very nicely on the larger screens, but then these objects may be displayed out of order if these web pages are viewed on smaller screens. Naturally this will not be better for your websites. So if it is happening that if your objects are not displayed properly, you can change your design so that even if your web page is viewed on a smaller screen, you can certainly change the placement of the objects. So this is the place where I have finished designing the most important and critical part of my website, and that is designing the home page. As I have mentioned earlier, that the home page is the mirror of your entire website. It should be neatly designed, so spend more time for designing it more carefully. Now let's move towards creating the sub pages of this website. As mentioned, I have already created a site map, that is the flow or interlinking of how the pages will be related to each other. Just let us go through that particular flow or site map. This is the site map. So home page, under the home pages, these 5 pages will be there and these pages will be linked around this. So right now what I will do, I will create these number of pages. So about us, so go back to our design view. Now here there is a link for pages. So click on the pages. Now I have already created the home page. What I have to do is I have to insert a page. So at the bottom there is a button that is having a plus sign. So when I click plus, it will add a new page. So which is the new page? That is about us. Okay, done. So you can see that a new page has appeared about us. What I will do here is that I will create a hierarchy of web page and then I will add the contents to this web page. Okay, so about us, then the next page is courses. So courses. What is the third page? That is governing bodies. The third page, I am creating a new page, GOVERNING, governing bodies of the NRC. What is the next page? It is gallery and contact us. So add a new page, gallery, and the final page is contact us. Okay, here now you will be able to find that home page is there and along with that these many pages are there. Now just go back to our hierarchy of web pages. It is showing me that under about us there are 3 web pages: about our university, about our HRDC, and about the NRC. So what I have to do is I have to create a sub page. So just go to that about us. When I am moving the cursor on this page about us, there are three dots actually, which indicates a pop-up menu. So when I am clicking here, it is showing me some options like make home page. If I want this page to be home page, which I am not willing right now, if I want the same page to be duplicated, then I can click here. Right now I don't need that. The properties through which I can change the name of the web page and add sub page, hide from navigation. If I have created the web page, but then right now I don't want this web page to be displayed on my website, so it will be hidden. And if I don't want this web page, so I can delete it. Right now what I am interested in is I want to add a sub page to this web page. So create a sub page. What is the name of sub page? The about is Sant Gadge Baba Amravati University. Okay, about SGB Amravati University. See, you will find that under about us one more page has been added. What I have to do is I have to add one more page under about us. So again I will click here, drop down menu. What I have to do is add more sub page, that is about HRDC. So second web page has been added. I have to add one more page and that is about NRC. So you can see that now I have added 3 sub pages below this about us. Let us see. Okay, now under governing bodies there are 4 web pages for various committees. I am going to add all the 4 web pages. So I will select that governing bodies. So I am taking the cursor there. There is a link for drop down menu. What I have to do is, yes, I have to add a sub page. So click on sub page. The first committee is Academic Council. This is the most important body or committee that governs the functioning of the NRC, Academic Council. I will add one more page, that is for Academic Advisory Committee. Then I am adding one more page, that is Academic Coordination Committee, and one more committee is remaining, and that is Technical Committee. So what I have done actually is that I have chosen a separate page for displaying all these committees. It is not mandatory, since I have told you earlier that this is just a website for the purpose of training only. So I have chosen different web pages for displaying the members of different committees. You can show it on a single web page also as per your convenience. So now if I go back to my site map, you will now see that I have created all the sub pages of my website. What is now remaining is put the contents for all of these web pages. And from where I would get that contents? Of course, I have created and stored the contents in that Word file. So what simply I have to do is, I have to switch the window to that Word file, copy from that part and paste it here. Okay. So this has made my job very easier. So what I will do, I will go to this first part about SGB Amravati University. Okay, about SGB Amravati University. Now what I have to do is, I have to add the names of the members of, sorry, I have to display the contents of about our SGB Amravati University, and naturally the contents will be text content. So again two ways, either I will select the text box from this insert menu, or I will double click here, whatever is convenient to you. I have double clicked, selected the text box here. Now the about our SGB University, this information I haven't actually stored in my Word document. Why? Because I am willing to take this from the web portal of our own university. Okay. So what I will do, I will open one new window where I will be typing the address of our university, sgbau.ac.in. Here when I click on about us, there is a option about university. So here I am going to copy this entire text from this web page to my web page. So copy and paste. See now how this particular web page will look like. Okay, this has been shown like a mobile screen, and this is on a larger screen. So about SGB Amravati University. Now what I did here is that I have copied from some another website and pasted those contents on my web page. Now is it really valid or is it legal? Of course, it's not recommended to do this. Why I have done this? Because I am just willing to show the contents of about our university, and this is a test website. So I have done this. So it is always recommended to create your own contents. Okay, so now let's move towards another web page about HRDC. So that menu has appeared here. So home, about us, and here I am going to change the web page about HRDC. Okay, again I am going to display the information of our HRDC. So I will need a text box. So double click, insert a text box. Again I will take the information from our HRDC home page, and the address of our website is ascsgbau.ac.in. I am taking these contents from the other website because those websites belongs to us only. So about us, and on this about us the information is placed here. So I will be copying this entire information. Okay, select, copy and paste it here. So UGC Human Resource Development Center, I am selecting it as a title, then this is the address, I will be taking it as a heading, and then the rest of the information I am keeping as it is. Okay, so this is my second page under about us. I will move towards the next page, that is about NRC. Again it will consist of a textual information. So double click, insert a text box. Here I have stored this information in my Word file. So here I have mentioned that for about us page, for about SGBAU, copy it from the SGBAU website, about HRDC, copy from the HRDC website, and for about NRC, here I have created the information of our NRC. So I have selected it, select, copy it, go back to our slide design and paste it. Okay, so I can display it in a larger font using subheading. So this is the next page. So what I have done here is that I have designed all the 3 sub pages under the about us link. So now let's move towards creating the web page for courses. So I will go to this menu, courses. So this is the web page for courses. What I want to do here is that I will be displaying the image of the course on the left hand side and the information about the course on the right hand side. The National Research Center of this university has so far offered 2 courses, 2 online refresher courses, one under the ARPIT 2018 and the second which is ongoing under this ARPIT 2019. So initially I am interested in displaying what ARPIT is, and then I will be showing the information about the 2 ARPIT courses. So let us see which layout matches my requirement. What is my requirement? Left hand side there will be image and right hand side there will be text, that is the information. So if you see here in this layout, the very first layout is similar kind of thing. So I am just clicking there. So here you can see that the plus button, it is assisting me to upload some object. So upload, what I want to upload here is that I want to display the information about ARPIT, and ARPIT is uploaded on the SWAYAM platform. So I will be uploading the logo of SWAYAM. So the SWAYAM logo is here, open, SWAYAM logo has appeared. Now at the right hand side I have to add the text, and the text I have already stored in my Word document. So this is that Word document. So ARPIT, I have selected it, copy, and here I am going to paste it. So this I want to display as a heading. So ARPIT annual refresher program in teaching, and the information about the ARPIT courses. So I have selected it, copy, go back to our site design, and here in the next text box I have pasted it as a simple textual information. Okay, so SWAYAM, and at the right hand side what is ARPIT. one part is completed, so I just want to put a divider between the next part. So click on that divider, a divider will appear here. What I want to do is, now I want to display another information. So the same layout, clicking on plus will let me upload the image, the second image that I would be uploading for the ARPIT 2018 course, and that image is stored as course image. So okay, let us go to my Word page where okay, I have forgot to add this particular part in ARPIT. So what I will do, I will select this part, features, and the last part. So I have selected copy. Where I want to add it, I want to add here just below this one. So what simply you have to do is, either I can add a new text box, or I can simply press enter and add just below this text box. Better way, what I will do, I will add a new text box. See, this will also let you know how to insert objects in already existing web page. Now if you see here, I want to insert this text box at this place, whereas one more section has been already added. So what simply I have to do here is just click this text box and drag it to the place where I want. I want it here. So see what I simply did, I clicked and I dragged. So this is the place where I want it. I have selected and copied it. So just I have to do is paste. So the features, it is taken as heading. So these are the features. Okay. Second, now I want to display the information about the ARPIT 2018 course. This is the title, ARPIT 2018. I will select, say copy, paste. I want to display it as a header, so select heading. Now the information about the course which is present here. So again I have selected the course information, copy, go back to web design page, paste. Next, put a divider, again add a layout, click this upload. Now I want to add the image for this year course, and that image is this one, course logo 101, open. So this is the image. Then the title, I am selecting it, say copy, then paste it. I want to make it as a heading. So it is a heading now. Take the contents and select and say copy, paste. Now just go to this preview button. So this is how my courses web page will be displayed. So at the top, the information about what ARPIT is and what are the features of ARPIT, then the ARPIT 2018 course information about that, and ARPIT 2019 the information for that. Now since this course is still going on, what I can do is I can give a link to this course. So same thing that I have done earlier. So what I have to do here is insert a button. So where is the button? Yes, it is here, button. What is the name? Okay, I can say go to course, okay, or register. And where is the link? Again I have to go to Swayam and find that page. So swayam.gov.in, ARPIT courses. Under ARPIT I have to find the skills for new educational architecture. Right click, copy link location. I will close this window and here paste it. So insert. Now I can see that a button has appeared. What I can do, I will increase the size of the button and I will place this button somewhere at the center. So now if I am looking the preview, the courses, then the 2018 course, 2019, and here there is a link for go to course. So if I am clicking here, it will redirect me to that particular course. Okay, skills for new educational architecture and a link to join. So I have completed designing another web page. Okay, so now we will move towards designing the next web pages for governing bodies. The first governing body is Academic Council. Again, this is the textual information. What simply I have to add is insert a text box. So I will either insert the text box from this side. So insert text box. Where the information is present, the information is stored in my Word document. So governing bodies, the first web page, that is Academic Council. So what I will do, I will select the names of all the members of Academic Council. So I have selected this, then copy. Here I will paste it. So this is the, what I am going to do here is that I am going to highlight the name of every member. So I will select it and make it as a subheading, normal text to subheading, normal text to subheading, then this is necessary to display whatever the information is being displayed, it should be displayed very neatly. That's why actually I am spending time in formatting the text, because ultimately the information will be viewed by the user, and user should be, or user should be interested to read the information. So okay, let us preview this particular web page. So simply what I have done here is that I have listed the members of this academic council. So the names of every person are shown in a bold manner. So similarly, I will be adding the information for all other committees. I will go fastly for doing this. These are the members of advisory committee. So select, copy. Now you would have seen that since I have already typed this text in a Word file, my job has been very simplified. Otherwise what I would have to do is I would have to keep it typing on this particular web design page, and that would have wasted most of my time. So rather this is naturally helpful to me. So that's why I have recommended you from point to point that you should spend your time in this pre-design work. So my second page is ready. See, within less than a minute I have typed this entire information because it was ready with me. Okay, then the third committee, the academic coordination committee, again I will need the similar kind of text box. Okay, I will move out of this text box, go to my Word document. This is the academic coordination committee. I am selecting it. then copy here, paste. Again what I am going to do is I will be adding the names, formatting the names as subheaders. Although I have just listed the names of the members of committees, depending upon your requirement, the contents of every web page may differ actually. So what I could have done here is that I could have mentioned the jobs and responsibilities of each of the committees in at the top, and then I could have listed the members of that particular committee. Okay, the last committee that is remaining is technical committee. So again, insert a text box, go back to my Word document. These are the members of technical committee. Select, right click, copy, go back to my web design, paste. Again the same thing, I am displaying them as a header. So now what I have done so far is I have created all the web pages. So when I am previewing, I can now preview all the governing bodies. So this is the technical committee. Okay, this is how it would look. Then this is the academic coordination committee. This is how it would look, and then the academic advisory committee and all other committees. Okay, so now I will come out of this preview page. The next I will go for designing the gallery web page. Now what I have planned here is that I am interested in giving the links of videos that are designed by our National Resource Center for delivering the lectures on this online refresher course. So for as a sample, what I will be doing here is that I will be adding some 3 to 4 videos on this web page. Let us see how to add the YouTube videos on your gallery page. So again, go to this insert menu. If you go down, you will find a link for YouTube. So click on YouTube. Here you will find a text box. So what simply I have to do here is that I have to type the topic that you are willing to search. What I will do, I am typing the name of my name only. So it will be showing me the videos that were designed by me. Let's say the very first video result. So these are the results that are displayed. So I am choosing this one and I am selecting it. Okay, so at the left hand side, now you will find that the thumbnail for that video has appeared. Now at the right hand side, I want another video to be displayed. So again I want to give a YouTube link. So same way I can go to this insert and select a YouTube. Besides that, there are many other ways I can do this. What I will do, I will open a new window in YouTube. So youtube.com. What I have done here is that I have created my own new channel, sorry, video channel. So I will go to that, I will search for my channel. So this is the channel under which we have uploaded all the videos for all the online courses. So these are the videos. What I will do is that, let's say I want this particular video to be displayed on that particular portal. So right click and again copy the link location, go back to our web design. Here what I have to do is I can select embed option. there is an option called as embed. So embed URL, and the URL is this one. Okay, so as soon as I paste it, it will show that video. So that video has appeared just below the earlier video. I want this video to be displayed at the right hand side. Sorry, so it is to be displayed at the right hand side. This is how it has. Okay, this is the second video. I will add the third video. There are, as we have seen, that there are many ways I can do this. Double click, I can use again the embed, and for getting that embed I will again go to my videos. Here I will find a particular video, let's say the professional, or maybe this particular video where I am using the copy link location. Go back to our page, select paste and insert. Again I will insert one more YouTube video. Here let's say I want to use this video, copy link location, and then I will paste it here, search. See, what I have done here is that I have shown you multiple different ways of inserting the videos on a web page. So I have moved it. So for the sake of understanding what we are doing, actually we are using only 4 websites. So this is how the web page will now look like. So when I open the gallery web page, these are the 4 videos that can be shown. So when I click on this YouTube video, the video will play. I can move it. Okay, I can pause this and I can go to the next video. So this video can also be played.
You may also have noticed that the researchers are not only from across the national borders but also from.
I can go to next video.
Hello everyone.
Even
how are you
this
doing
can be
today?
seen in a
I have
full
an
screen.
activity for you. Please have a look at the slide and see.
So this is how we can view the YouTube videos. And last web page now which is remaining is the contact us slide. So let us see how I have actually, what kind of information is expected here. On contact us, I want to display the information in 2 parts. So naturally on the left hand side there will be one text box, and the right hand side there will be another text box. So what I am doing here, again double click, insert a text box, get the content for the first text box. So copy, and then what I am doing here, I am pasting it. So National Resource Center, and this I am taking it as a heading, and these are all as a subheading. I am reducing the size because I want another text box at the right hand side. So what I will do, again maybe I will this time I will take it from this side. So insert, where do I want it? I want it here. So go to our Word document, select this text now, right click, copy, and go to our website design page, paste. So this is how now it can be designed. So at this moment what I have done is I have finished designing all the web pages for my website. Now let us have a look at how it is displayed. So just have a preview. So what I will do, I will go to the home page first. So this is the home page. click on the preview. So this is the home page. Then go to about us, about our university. This is about our university. Then about HRDC. Then about the National Resource Center. Then this page is for courses. So for ARPIT, then for ARPIT 2018, ARPIT 2019, I have also given a link to go to the course also. Then these are the governing bodies. So Academic Council, and similarly all other committees. Then we have designed a page for gallery where some number of videos are added right now, and the last web page is contact us. Now the design part is over. The most important point that is remaining now is publishing. So at this moment it is not available for viewing to the general public. So how to make this web page available on internet, website available on internet, and for that purpose we need to publish this website. So if you look at the rightmost button here, there is a button called as publish. So click here. Here it asks you which address should be used for identifying your website. So National Resource Center is a big name. What I will do, I will say NRC SGBAU. So NRC SGBAU, this is the simple name that I have chosen. If you see just below this, it has shown you the address, that complete address, how your website will be identified over the internet. So it is beginning with that https://sites.google.com/nrcsgbau. Okay. So when I say okay, now who can view my site? So here I can manage it, manage, and I want it to be viewed by everybody. Anyone can find and view the published version, because of course my intentions are that my website should be viewed by anybody globally. So now it is published and anyone can find now. Done. When I click here, there are options: search settings, request public search engines to not display my site. Naturally I will not expect this. Even I would be happy if the search engines are showing my website in their results. So now when I click on the publish button, see it is showing that publishing. So Google is now publishing. Here it has mentioned that your site has been published successfully. At the bottom it has mentioned that it is published successfully. So what I will do now, I just wanted to check whether my website has been published or not. So here the link is view published site. Fine. So this is how I can see the website. Now what is the address? This is the address of my website: sites.google.com/sgbau.ac.in/nrcsgbau/home. What I am doing, I am copying this particular link. Okay. What I will do, I will now log out from this, or what I will do, I will open another browser, and here I will be typing it. So see what I did actually, whatever that URL was there, what was the URL? sites.google.com/sgbau.ac.in/nrcsgbau. This is the URL of my home page, and that is now displayed. Why this URL was there? Because we are using a free version of the website hosting. If you have purchased a domain, you can have some other domain name of your choice. So we are actually using the subdomain of the Google server. Now sometimes if it is expected that I now don't want my website to be published, so there might be some mistakes. So here I have again gone to the design view. So here on that publish button there is a drop down link. So when I am clicking here, there is a option for unpublish. So unpublish will remove your website from the internet. It will still be available as a draft. You can make changes whatever are needed and again publish. So your website will again become available on the internet. So I believe that through these sessions you have understood how to design a website, and I also expect that it was much easier, and since it didn't need any kind of technical expertise, even you don't have to study and learn the HTML tags also, which are very simple. We even don't needed, or we haven't expected the audience to learn HTML or on any other web design tools or technologies. So simply by using a drag and drop kind of technology, the Google site helps you to design your websites. So I wish you all the best and hope that all of you will come up with having your own websites, maybe your personal websites or maybe for your own organization's websites. Thank you.